School administrators, teachers, parents, friends, and fellow graduates, we've been through a lot during these past 4 years. We've survived a teacher's strike, we've followed the ups and downs of our sports teams. We've broken in 2 new deans at Elston, and we've tried to figure out the new attendance policy. Most recently, we've avoided falling bricks from our own building, and we've luckily avoided the closing of campus during our lunch periods. But tonight, the class of 1988's time has finally arrived. Now that we've finished our high school education, we're ready for the open houses, parties, and hopefully our share of gifts and money from family and friends. But despite all this celebration, I'm not so sure we're quite as happy as our faces may indicate. Yes, we're overjoyed that we're finally done with such trivialities as homework and tests. But on the other hand, we're also petrified that it's our turn to sink or swim. I, for one, know that I'd feel much safer if next year I could return to Elston with my same old friends, with familiar teachers, and in a building which I have finally learned my way around. Really, I think we'd all feel much safer in our past than in plunging into the future. This is a question we're all going to have to face. Do we live for the future so much that we forget where we've been and what we've already done? Or on the other hand, do we reminisce about the past at the expense of our future lives? I realize that it would be ridiculous for us to go to either extreme, but I also feel that one cannot remain stagnant and indecisive about this question. And that's why our best option and our only option is to keep moving forward full steam ahead. In the race of life, to stop is to lose. If we're not ready to accept our futures, others will readily step in and claim them for themselves. I'm not so naive as to think that our class will solve all of the world's problems, but I do know that each and every one of us has things to do, places to go, and people to meet. We simply can't let nostalgia for the past limit our plans and possibilities for the future. To quote our very own school newspaper's motto, "The times are changing, and we are changing with them." But our graduation allows us to break with the not-so-fond memories of our past as well. Where we have failed in the past 4 years is immaterial, as we really do start our adult lives with clean slates. Our weaknesses and handicaps from high school mean nothing to the real world which we enter now. In other words, we can finally forget about the tests that we've bombed or the class elections that we may have lost. And if we've ever wanted to take new directions with our lives, now is certainly the time to do so. We're starting over, and hopefully we're well prepared with youth, vitality, and enthusiasm. So therefore, I urge you all to, from this commencement exercise, commence the rest of your lives. Push for success in everything you do, and please, don't forget the good times and education we've had at Elston. But above all, remember to concentrate on the future, because that is where we will spend the rest of our lives. And if you will permit me just one more quote before I end this speech, I'd like to share a quote which I believe says it all about the importance of directing our energies towards the future. As Bob Rumsey has so eloquently spoken, you can be a peacock today and a feather duster tomorrow. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you, Todd, and thank you, Bob Rumsey. The next speaker is the